number one podcast in Sabah. Legit! Promoting Tarap, Poso, and Amplang to the next level. This is Kinabalu Podcast.
Baik, podcast ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh podcast nomor 1 di Sabah, Kinabalu Podcast.
Ya, kenali Sabah dari sudut yang berbeza melalui audio konten kami di Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube dan seluruh podcast platform.
Ya, untuk pengiklanan produk dan perkhidmatan anda, email kami di kinabalupodcast@gmail.com
dan follow semua social media kami di Instagram dan juga TikTok Kinabalu Podcast Official hari ini.
Pancake. Kihoi. What's up people? Assalamualaikum, saya Ricardo.
And I am Kenny.
Kami dari Kinabalu Podcast, the number one podcast in Sabah.
Super legit.
And what is happening right now, the heart of KK, Kota Marudu, KM, is something very special.
Yeah.
But before we lead to going there, we are so blessed to have someone host us with the program from the Silat industry.
Yep.
Which is the Raden Studio. Shout out to Raden Studio Academy.
Shout out to Raden Studio.
By having we have special guest all the way from Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah.
And he's a maestro, along together with the friends all the way from Vancouver as well.
Yeah.
They are pursuing Silat as their, passions, and to spread the
beautiful
art of martial arts in Silat. Yeah. And we are so blessed with this social media as well.
Yeah, it connected everyone.
Yeah.
Every single one of us, and that leads to the podcast today.
Yeah. So we want to welcome Mandala Zack. Welcome to the studio.
Oh, thank you very much, Kinabalu Podcast.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
And along together with him, fellow teachers, friends, Claire, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and
awesome.
Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
So, we for this episode, we specifically want to talk about the Pancak Silat or Silat. And the martial arts here in Nusantara. But before that, kita kenal dulu lah. We would like to know you guys in person. First and foremost, what we offcast, we heard about how Zack is been in Vancouver since 1996. Is it
96?
96 up until now. You are from the Philippines and living there. Claire been in Vancouver since 2001, and Mike he's from there. He was born there, by the way.
Born and bred Canadian
man. So let's go to Zack first, because you have so many followers in your social media. Because I think for the love of Silat. Since when do you since when that you actually fell in love in this line?
Let's see. I started pretty much at the same time when I started Pikiti Tersha Kali in, I believe it was 2001. It was at that school, Maelstrom, where they offered Kali and Pancak Silat. And they also had Kabong.
Okay.
So
Kabong is a Filipino martial art?
No, it's a Thai.
It's a Thai.
It's a Thai martial art.
It's a Thai martial
Right.
arts. Okay. So at the time, I went there and they offered all 3 classes. So I joined and took all 3 classes.
Damn.
It's in Vancouver.
It's in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was in 2001.
But prior to that in Philippines, have you learned Kali before or?
Well, We did arnis in school, but that's
Just
about
a
it.
normal
It's
basic.
just normal basic
Okay.
strikes and whatnot. And that's about it.
I see.
Yeah.
So did that sort of make you wanted to pursue?
Sorry, Zach. To the mic, Zach. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Because you tend
Yeah.
to lean
Yeah,
your
yeah,
Yeah. No, it happens. Sometimes.
Yeah, it happens. No problem.
sometimes. So I was saying, did that experience actually make you want to pursue more in terms of learning martial arts?
Well, since I was a young boy, I've always wanted to do martial arts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, growing up in the Philippines, Sunday morning, watching TV,
Kung Fu.
black and white TV.
Bruce Lee.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Enter
right.
the Dragon.
Enter the
One of it.
Dragon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or Shaolin, Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Yeah.
Jet Li wasn't.
Not
No,
yet. Not yet.
it was
yeah.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
it was Jackie
yeah,
Chan.
man. Yeah,
Drunken
yeah.
Master.
Drunken
Yeah.
Master.
Police Story. Yeah.
There you
Oh.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah.
So you went off bit from Silat. You went to Vancouver to work at first. Was it like that?
It wasn't like that.
Okay.
It was actually my family moved
Moved to Vancouver.
to Vancouver.
Okay.
That
Okay.
was back in '96.
Okay.
Wow.
And at that time, I was already doing karate in the Philippines, and I wanted to do Muay Thai.
I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to do Muay Thai. So when I moved to Vancouver, I immediately took Muay Thai and boxing
There.
there.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Did you finish it?
Did I finish it? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yes.
Wow.
So among other things, I did Muay Thai, and then I think I tried everything from
Most of these martial arts.
from Korean arts.
Okay.
From Shaolin.
For real.
I did Shaolin, Choi Li Fut,
Okay.
Tai Chi.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much everything.
So
And
you
then-
finished everything?
I didn't finish everything.
Oh, just
I
tried
was
it.
just yeah.
Were you like, in terms of trying everything, were you looking for something that you can stay permanently on? Was it like that, or were you just curious and you just want to try everything?
Well, no. I thought at first I was gonna stay with Muay Thai
All right.
because I like the hitting part.
Okay.
The beating part.
Yeah.
Got beating part.
Got
as
the
well.
beating part. So
It was fun.
it was fun.
Oh,
it was
okay.
fun. Punching bags and hitting people.
All right.
All right.
It was
All
fun.
right.
And so I was working. I was working one day, and this guy was. He was talking to me and said, "Are you Filipino?" I was like, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Do you know Arnis?" I'm like, "Arnis is like
Yeah.
just basic."
Okay.
And he said, "No, it's not just basic." I was like, "Well, to me, it is."
Okay.
So like, I think you should try again. And so, okay, fine, I'll try again. But I ever since I moved to Vancouver, I tried everything. I buy lots of books, magazines, and whatnot. So as soon as I talked to the guy and said, "Oh, you know what? I remember seeing a magazine with the maelstrom on the back. It says Dog Brothers."
Oh,
It
okay.
says Dog Brothers. I don't know. What is this Dog Brothers all about?
You still weren't feeling it.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. So
Okay.
I went to a martial arts, what do you call this, store.
Okay.
Back then you can rent videos, VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
Oh.
Ah, those were the days.
Those were
man.
the days.
Yeah.
Videotapes, man.
Videotapes, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Did you went
saw...
to Blockbuster or something?
Yeah, Blockbusters. There you go.
I
Yeah,
figured.
Yeah. Blockbusters, yes. So I saw this, I rented this video about Dog Brothers. So Dog Brothers is basically full contact stick fighting. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I'm gonna hit some people.
With that.
Yeah. So I look it up, and yep, there's one in Vancouver.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. So soon as I walked in, the guys were playing with sword and dagger. So
Okay.
or
Okay.
spaday daga.
Okay.
Okay, I'll watch. Then our instructor, my instructor now, said, "Well, are you gonna sit down or are you gonna play?"
Oh.
I can play. Oh yeah, okay. So I played, and right after that, he said, "What do you think? Here, take my money. I'm in." And that was it. That was
Okay.
the beginning of the Kali and
The rest.
Silat.
The rest.
The rest, everything just kind of.
Let me
went
just
from there.
cut
rest is
that
history.
up a little bit. Do you guys knows about this? Do you guys know about the history of it? Okay. I'm gonna I'm going back to you again, but I'm gonna ask Claire. How about you? You are a very I have to say, very rare to have a Chinese doing Silat and somewhere up North America.
I know.
Yeah. It is very rare.
It's rare here as well.
Yeah.
It's rarer
Yeah.
probably at your place.
Yeah.
So what about you, Claire? How did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh, never learned any martial art growing up.
Not even Tai Chi.
No, not Tai
way.
Chi.
Not even cutting the right?
Well, everybody knows about that one.
Okay.
Yeah, and I.
Watermelon, right? Yeah.
Yeah, growing up in high school, we had all those other martial arts, like
Okay.
Japanese, the karate, the judo, and those. Never did those either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are they big in Taiwan, like kung fu? No,
Or wushu.
wushu or something.
Yes, I guess so, but
You never
just,
really liked it, probably.
somehow they didn't exist in my world. I didn't know
Okay.
anybody who
I
practiced
see.
those.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so I had no exposure to that.
So it's
Oh.
it's not like it's included in the curriculum at school as well.
No.
Oh, I see. So when did you get into it? Like Silat, did you after you moved to Canada or?
Yeah, I was studying school for a few years by that time. So after I graduated, I wanted to do something more physical.
Oh, okay.
And there was, I just stumbled upon this so-called self-defense pro class, and that was before Maelstrom.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then at that school,
Mm-hmm.
Maelstrom also offers some Filipino martial art, the Kali classes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I always see them start practicing as I'm leaving.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
So I was look at them for a while. I was like, I can do those things.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So
you thought you can. I said.
And I
oh, you
could.
could.
I could.
So anyway, one of
She
my
could.
Oh, she
my
could.
friend said, "Hey, let's give it a try." So we
Oh.
tried it. She left after a week, and I stayed.
Oh.
Until now. So that was the time, the history of you guys beating each other? Not yet.
I actually met Mike first, and then
Zack.
Zach became one of my regular instructors.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Interesting.
so you've been doing what martial arts? Just
I first started with Kali, the Filipino
Kali.
martial arts. That was about 12 years ago.
FMA. Okay.
And then I started adding one after another.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. First one was Kali, and the second one would be Silat.
Okay.
Then I started doing Krabi Krabong. As Zach mentioned,
Okay.
they also taught at our school.
Okay.
Okay.
And then my latest addition was I did Krabi Krabong at Mubaran.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, so many, right?
That's a
I
lot.
only know one. The running 1,000 meter.
That's it's escaping.
Yeah, avoiding.
Oh yeah, avoiding combat.
That's a good one, Claire. I mean, far away from the family and as a Chinese doing. I think was it? I mean, because of the Silat probably because Chinese always like. Not so odd in self-defense. They always relate to kung fu. You know?
Yeah. So it's
yeah.
sort of like a stereotypical thing.
Yeah.
If you're Chinese,
if
you
you're
go
Chinese,
into
you must know
Chinese arts.
kung fu. Yeah. But Silat is very rare.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rare for Eastern Asian like Chinese people or Korean or
Yeah.
Taiwanese to join in. So, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm quite lucky because I had exposure. I get to see what it's being practiced. I observe, and I say, "Oh, okay. Now I know I'm interested in it, and I spend the time. I want to know more about it. Just kind of spending more and more time."
Yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
passion. We will go to there later, but I'm gonna ask Mike, the Canadian here. So how about you, Mike? You like, oh man, I want to do this.
Yeah, you know, like I said,
Yeah.
I went to the Philippines when I was 2, so I didn't do any
All right.
martial arts training. When I was 20 years old, I went with my dad to Philippines, and none of my family members had any connection with any instructors.
Oh, okay.
So the closest I got to finding an FMA in Philippines was at a market, and I found Dan Santo book, Filipino martial arts.
A book?
A book.
Okay.
And that was it. And then you know, so at the time I was training in a Chinese martial art.
Oh, okay.
And when one day I went to a friend's birthday, and then I met someone who was an instructor there. We were talking about Stargate. Sorry, we were talking about Star Trek and science fiction and
Okay.
kind of geeking out.
All right.
That is so unrelated to martial arts.
Yeah. And then she found out that I was doing Chinese martial arts, and she's like, "Oh, that's really interesting. Like, you know,
This is back in Vancouver.
would you like to exchange some for some Filipino martial arts?" And I was
Oh.
like, "What? Do you Filipino martial arts?" And yeah. And so that was Natalie Prevost, and so I started training with her, and then eventually she brought me around to Maelstrom, and I started training at the school. And after a little while, like I was doing the all-you-can-eat because they have all the right, and I was looking back, I was like, man, you know, like with that schedule, you could travel, you could train for like 9 or 10 hours
I see.
a week, right? With the amount of classes going on, and I was, you know, kind of like just doing it because I just fell in love with it and just wanted to do it all the time.
Wow.
And then I think at some point I decided that, wow, you know what, I want to be an instructor.
Oh, wow.
And then, so I'd just been training a lot, and then so I asked about the instructor track, and then they guided me and said, well, you know, you can start teaching warm-ups, and you can start doing this, and, you know, eventually you can do your testing. Yeah, and it's like 5 years later, it's like, okay.
So that was 5 years ago.
Yeah, and that was so that I was doing the full meal deal and all that kind of thing, yeah, that was
That was your history.
that's my history. Yeah.
So FMA and then Silat as well, and other martial arts.
Well, you know, when I was like a little kid, I did some judo,
Oh, okay.
and then I didn't really get into martial arts again until I went to university, and then I grew up on Vancouver Island, and then when I went to university at SFU in Burnaby, there was Hapkido and some other stuff. So I tried out Hapkido, and then I met I was living in residence, and there was a guy there from Norway,
Okay.
and his brother was a sifu, and they had a school in Norway, and so he had a lot of connections, and he recommended that his brother visit an instructor in Coquitlam.
Okay.
And then so I eventually met this instructor, and I dropped Hapkido and just trained in Chinese martial arts until I found Kali. Yeah.
I see. So talking about Chinese martial art, because obviously I'm interested in that one. What was it? It's like
It's called
specifically, what was it?
It's called Hongjiangken, and I think it comes from Hungar, but it's a little different. Because
Okay.
I think the instructor of his uncle is the one that brought it over from China,
Oh, okay.
and I think he had traveled around. He was in Hawaii,
Ah,
and then he ended up in Victoria, and that's how it ended up in Canada.
right.
Yeah. So it and then the guy apparently was huge,
Oh,
and his uncle is like 5'2".
Oh,
So
okay.
Wow,
his
that is
uncle
tall.
brought internal subtlety to it,
I
just to
see.
keep up with the training, because he was in stature so much different.
Okay.
So he ended up expressing the art a little differently.
oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
How's it? How's the life? I mean, how's the scene martial arts scenes in Canada? Was it big?
I think there's like a lot of people training. Like there's a lot of like people. Well, you know, UFC kind of helped and
Yeah.
brought martial arts to the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, I think it's been good because I think people are
Yeah.
interested in learning different martial arts because they can see, like, a lot of the new MMA people are specialists in something,
I see.
right? Like you have people that are specialists in kickboxing and then they learn BJJ and all that kind of stuff. So it's like it's not enough just to be a specialist, but you also like there's people that just trained MMA and then they do the regular boxing, kickboxing, BJJ, wrestling mix, right? And but it's like now the people that are really at the creme de la creme of
Okay.
MMA,
Okay.
we're a specialist in something. Like they're
Okay.
ex-champion kickboxer, ex-champion wrestler, you know, so they really had a deep understanding of something. And the attributes that they developed within those arts of hard work and discipline, they're able to pick up on. They're highly trainable. They absorb material fast. They have the attributes. So when they learn another martial arts, it's
And the good funding as well.
what's that?
Good funding as well. MMA.
Well, no. I mean, it's like if you become a pro fighter, you can start getting money, but it's like, you know, a lot of the people don't start off that way, right?
I mean, the academy there. I mean, I think not just there. I think all over the world, like MMA is bigger than any other martial arts in terms of funding.
Yeah, but
you know?
people don't understand that MMA isn't a martial
Yeah.
art. It's mixed, really.
Yeah, it's
right?
mixed.
And the ingredients keep changing. Like people are learning judo.
Yeah.
It's not just
Jiu-jitsu and stuff.
Yeah, it's not just BJJ. There's people that are coming in from sambo. Like, so you have people from their countries, and of course they have backgrounds in their country's martial arts, and a lot of that stuff is transferable because there's not as much limitation in the cage. So people can learn. People can represent. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I see. From my understanding, when you're explaining it, is it correct if I say that, you know, if you are able to master one art, then you are able to master another one because the basic is the same?
Well, I don't think it's that the basics are the same, but I think that you build physical attributes.
Right.
You build
yeah.
physical attributes. You develop muscle memory. You understand how your body works. You have balance. So like those are things that are, you know, people do exercises, and those are attributes that get developed.
So Zach, is it big or not in Vancouver? That was my main question, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Was it? Yeah.
We got distracted by the TV.
Yeah, I mean, but,
I turned it off.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, it depends. In Cali and Silat, it's not very big
okay.
in Vancouver because there's not that many schools.
Okay.
In Silat anyways. So let's talk about Silat. Silat is not very popular in Vancouver because there's not that many schools. Yeah. So
Your school is the only school that teaches Silat.
It's okay. For the record, it's not my school.
Oh,
It's
okay,
my
okay.
teacher's school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The school that you guys are from.
Yes,
I
yes,
guess,
yes.
yeah. That would be the right.
That will be
The right, yeah.
So what is famous there in martial arts?
a lot of taekwondo,
karate,
BJJ, karate, for sure. Yeah.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai recently got really popular.
Yeah. All over the world.
Yeah.
Good funding as well, big funding.
Yeah.
No, I think probably because of they like this combat, like heavy duty combat, and I don't know, probably
I think it's because of Buakao.
probably because of the choke,
What?
all the choke. But you know, I don't know. Let's ask about the school that you guys are
From.
from.
Yeah.
You guys are the instructors there, right?
Yeah.
You teach there, right? So how's the what do you call this, lifestyle? People sending their kids or people learning there? Do they have like passions and
Yes.
the mouth to mouth spreading the news and the words about it? Was it like popular?
So in Cali, we don't accept students. I mean, not students.
Minors.
Minors.
Okay.
Okay.
Minors, because it's a weapon-based art.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
you're teaching someone how to,
Use a weapon.
use a weapon. So we don't accept minors. So most are adults.
Most are adults.
Most are adults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But the Silat,
Mostly.
you guys accept minors for the Silat?
No.
No, not yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. By the way, I just wanna shout out a friend from Tawau here, Acho. He's here together with us. Welcome to Kinabalu Podcast, bro, because he's been joining us since in KK events and as well here
In Kota Merdu as well.
as well.
Yeah.
We visited the Caris just now, and I heard that you guys have a blast there. So you did as and you got a quick master class about Caris from Tuan Guru Zul. Coming to my question is the weapons. I mean weapons, right?
Yeah.
The weapons like the Caris and like Kali's the stick and all. You were saying that the Kalis is more into sticks and I mean using weapons mostly. That's why you don't accept minors. Do people go there, learning there, wanting to know about self-defense, or they just want to fill their time, or they want to do what do you think the people want to join into classes like Silat as well, like Silat here, more into sports. They want to go into sports, but like how about there?
I think people who, because of the classes that we offer, people want to try everything. But they try it and then they just walk away.
That is my question, by the way. Why?
Yeah. Why is that?
They don't have the passion.
Vancouver is not a place for martial arts.
I see.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, people just don't. They're chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just want to learn, and once you got it, and they just
Well, not that. It's they tend to go from places to places.
I see.
Right.
Okay, well, all right, I tried that.
Okay.
I'll try this one again. Yeah.
So my hunch is that they just wanted to try something out, and it doesn't work
Exactly.
out for them. Then I'll try something else.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like for a hobby, probably.
Mostly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like when a friend like asks you, do you have any martial art backgrounds? And yeah, what? I have this, I have this,
Yeah,
I have that,
exactly.
and this.
That,
Yeah.
But it's white belt for this one,
Yeah.
white belt for that one. I got a lot of white belt for everything.
I got
so-
leather belt with this one.
What?
But we do have our what we want to call as core students
Oh,
that
okay.
stayed with us for a very, very long
Long
time.
time.
They've been there,
I see.
for a very long time. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, knowing Zack at first, I was like, when we chat on Instagram and all, and you were saying you were in Canada, I was so shocked because I thought you were from Indonesia at first. I really thought you were from Indonesia because you're doing Silat.
I know.
Yeah, right. Then I happened to know that you're from Philippines, and you're doing Silat, and you found Silat, by the way, in Canada, right?
In Canada.
In Canada.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's actually very rare. Silat to travel that far actually very
Funny,
rare. Yeah.
funny story actually. When I started Kali and Silat in 2001, I just did the Silat because it was offered. I'm not into it.
Okay.
Not into it. Like, to be honest with you, just like
Nah.
nah. Because I come from karate, boxing, Muay Thai.
Yep.
We're hitting,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'm doing, potong.
Potong.
All this
Slow
Yeah.
mo. So.
It's
All
like,
the dancing
all
move,
the dancing
choreographed.
moves. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, questionable.
I find it hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe until 2016. had an opportunity to go to Silat camp in Bandung, Indonesia,
2000 when?
2016.
16, all right.
That was like 15
2016.
years after 2001.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, man, like really, I gotta do this,
Oh, so you were forced to? You didn't
I was
volunteer?
kind of forced to
Oh,
go
okay.
by my teacher.
Right,
Right.
right.
By the way, hold on. Your teacher from Indonesia?
Hmm?
Was your teacher from Indonesia?
No, my teacher
No.
is from
Vancouver.
Vancouver.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that our head instructor.
He's a local there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So he said, you gotta go. I was like, no, I don't know. Like, I'm not going. Last minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think there was like 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
from the class that are going. So it's like, I'm kind of the senior student of Silat in the class. It's like, well, if those guys are going, I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright? I guess I'll go since I'm one of the senior there.
Yeah.
So when I went there, it's just like, it was like a complete switch.
Oh,
Wow.
he fell in love with.
Yeah. It's just like, I understood. Well,
You've seen the light.
yeah.
You can
It's just
feel it,
like,
feel it
okay,
in the bone.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like,
I'm home.
there's a level of understanding. Like I'm it's like an awakening.
I see.
If you want to call it that. Yeah, so it's like I am coming back for some more.
How
2016. That was that.
How long were you in Indonesia at the time?
At the time, the camp was about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a week.
Oh, wow.
Just a week, and then so we were in a hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's this guy, big guy, just walked in the room.
Indonesian.
Indonesian guy with his. Can I say it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
can.
say it, man.
Yeah, man.
You can even swear in this podcast.
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's explicitly racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Fuck it. Yeah.
Just fuck it.
So this guy walked in with his cigarettes. He was smoking. I was like, "Who is this guy?" I was like, "I like this guy."
Okay.
So he started talking and doing some demo. Well, he did a move, but even before he did the moves, it's like, I want to know this guy, and so I did.
Interesting guy.
Interesting guy.
Yeah.
Interesting guy. He's just got this presence.
Yeah, just-
you know?
yeah.
He's got This presence is like, okay, I want to talk to you, and so I asked him a question. We had a break. I asked him a question. Well, what would you do? I would do this. I'm down. I'm like, okay. All right. So I said to him, well, I only have a few days.
I want to learn.
But-
Yeah.
I'm coming back next year. So since 2016, I've been going back every year. 17,
Whoa.
18.
Whoa.
Right.
19 was my last trip.
And then
there's-
COVID hit.
Yeah.
So did you went back after COVID?
After COVID? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Right when they opened it,
Go straight.
I was there.
yeah.
I was there.
And you're adding stop now to Malaysia, right?
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Wow,
exactly.
wow,
Yeah,
wow.
Awesome. What about Claire? Have you been to Indonesia?
Yeah.
Yes, I've been there 3 times.
3 times.
In Silat trip or not?
Yes, there's actually another camp in 2017. That's the first one I went to.
Okay.
Then 2018, and last one was last year.
Last year.
Wow.
Awesome. What about you, Mike? Have you been? Indonesia?
Indonesia. It will be my first time to Indonesia. We're leaving on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
Wow.
I bet you'll have fun.
I have a feeling. I'm having fun already, and I know
You
the
know-
fun's gonna continue. Yeah.
Because I know you love food.
Yes, I know.
Indonesia
And
is food
Indonesia's
galore,
yes,
food
yes.
feast. Wow, I
Yes.
tell you.
Safe to say it's even better than here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably, but yeah,
say that.
yes, because they have a lot of menu and stuff.
I know you've been. You've been
Of
there.
course.
Oh,
Say
you've never
it.
been.
Say
I've
it.
never been.
It's too bad, man. You should.
But atmosphere and the places wise, it'll look exactly like how it is here in Sabah, so you won't find any sort of differences. But
Even the way we speak and
Yeah.
the language is not that barrier that much.
yeah,
Quite almost the same.
almost the same. Yeah, so they might call for example, a guy would be orang,
Orang.
but they'll call it a pria.
Pria is for the guy.
Yeah, for the guy lah.
For the guy.
And for the
Cewek.
cewek
Cewek is for the
dengan
girl.
cowok. Yeah, we know a little bit of Indonesian. Yeah.
Actually,
He knows more.
I just wanna not to clarify, but just want to say that actually Sabah is very not as big as the Peninsula Malaysia in terms of Silat. But we do have, after the sports and everything, when they commercialize this Silat as in sport, then we do have big athletes from Sabah. But to say Silat, basically it is the ancestors. I have to say it is from the Malay community, which is the Melayu, which Sabah is a non-Melayu. First, Sabah is non-Melayu. We are Dusun, we have Bugis, we have but beside Malay.
Yeah.
Beside Malay. That's why I have to say the Silats here actually I can say new, but a long time ago, but it's still new and
Still new here, yeah.
Still new, probably 50 or probably 100 years probably, but in West Malaysia, in Peninsula Malaysia, it's probably 300-400 years.
It's been there forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, because the history of the Jambi, the Riau, from Indonesia coming down to the peninsula,
And so they set up new, say kerajaan governments there. So that's how they expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Malacca.
Yeah, the Malacca.
The
Yeah,
Malacca.
each of the state have their own sort of a government from way back then, and so they have like huge
They
origins
got
from
kings.
Indonesia.
They got kings.
Yeah, or sultans.
Yeah, sultans.
Yeah.
Sultans.
So which is why when he said we have no Melayu here in Sabah, so I did said of course that there are 53 ethnics,
More than that.
more than
Yeah.
that in Sabah, and
None of them are Malay.
none of them are
Yeah.
Melayu.
Yeah, so Melayu
Yeah.
basically is the martial arts are Silat. So it is actually in Sabah because it's a part of Borneo. Is far from the mainland, so probably because of that it's very late. Came down here in Sabah, but it's picking up, and even Raden is since late 80s, late 70s already here. Even it's been too long, but it's old, but actually way back, I think back in 50s and 60s they invaded Sabah to say Silat.
Yeah.
So it's actually rare as well here.
Yeah.
So basically here, I always like curious what is our real martial arts that from our ancestors. Basically we don't know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
No, probably the Kutao, the Chanta, I don't know. From
probably
China?
from the immigrants from China and from the surrounding countries.
Yeah.
But I think this is my personal opinion. Might be true, might be not. But from my experiences in New Zealand, the Maori tribe, they have their own style of self-defense, which is just a stick and sort of something that looks like a ball or something. And
Did you do? No,
I did.
Oh.
We did.
Okay.
We did some, and then that's their form of this form of self-defense. I wouldn't call it martial art, but that's the sort of self-defense that they have, and it is similar with the next state, which is Sarawak, the ethnic tribes there, and it is similar with the ones in our state as well. So we don't really have like a formal martial art kind of thing
from our ancestors or from our traditions, inheritance.
So we all do hentam or hacking. That's all. And, cutting off heads and all that. We have headhunters here. Yes.
So I think that's where gagandilan
comes in.
Yeah, comes in because like Master Benji, he mixed everything up and we call it gagandilan, and form a type of martial art.
True.
Yeah, like Bruce Lee went to America and did the what was that?
Jeet
Kundo.
Yeah.
It's a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Wing Chun there, right?
Yeah.
Like the karate is there, the kung fu is there. Yeah.
Which is interesting. I would like to ask about your experiences since it is your first time being in Sabah, right?
In Malaysia.
In Malaysia, right? But off-cast Claire said that she has been once, but
You
it
been to
was
Malaysia before?
way.
That doesn't count.
So I want to ask each one of you, how is it like being here? What do you feel when you first step off the plane? We'll start with Zach.
It was hot.
Yeah, okay. It's getting hot in here.
Well, you know, like we've never met before, so we're
Anxious.
anxious. You know, we're tired. It's like, oh, okay.
Are they gonna kidnap us and sell us off somewhere?
Kidnap Silat Guru. My God, that's a bad choice.
It's all ways to do that. No, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, we understand it might be anxious.
Yeah, we're
and all that,
a little bit anxious, and you know, but it's a good time. I always have a good time traveling, anyways.
Awesome, man. What about What about you, Claire?
Well, okay. After the shock of being hot,
Okay.
It's always the weather. Yeah.
yeah, I'm from Taiwan, so.
Yeah.
But after living in Canada for so many years, I'm already acclimatized. So
Okay.
I've tried to avoid coming to workplaces that much.
Okay.
But I do enjoy the warmth right now. Okay.
Awesome.
I do find that being Chinese, that I was able to see Chinese words everywhere and then English everywhere. So, oh, this is convenient. And then I read the menu. And
Menus in
Yeah.
Chinese, right?
Yeah,
In Mandarin.
I feel like there's no language barrier somehow.
All right. That's
You can
cool.
speak Mandarin with you or my wife, the producer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We
Yeah.
tried, but my Mandarin's not that good. So yeah.
No, I understand what you said.
Oh, okay.
Yi tian zian.
You can get it. What about you, Mike? How do you find?
Sabah?
Yeah.
It's a little different, but it's also very, very familiar. And
Okay.
I gotta
okay.
say, like, I really love.
Pisang goreng?
I've loved the experience. Yes.
Banana
You
fritters?
know, curry chicken. I like the mutton that we had after the first day of training. It
Yeah.
was very nice.
Oh yeah.
So it's just
it was.
it's just like one of my like in Vancouver we have a lot of different foods.
Right.
We have a lot of Indian restaurants. We have Japanese, Chinese, Mexican. It's like it's very hard to have a favorite food, but like I have a few. And
All right.
it's like Chinese and Indian and Mexican. Like these are some of my favorite foods, and of course Filipino. And
man.
so Malaysia hits a lot of the notes that I really, really love. And it's almost like I get more than Malaysia gives me like flavors from Chinese and Indian. It's just like great. The
Everything
only
is here.
problem is I'm worried if I spend a lot of time here, I'm gonna eat too much.
Yeah, I know. You'll be bringing back a whole lot of baggage.
1
man.
week here,
Yeah.
but 3 weeks in Indonesia. Oh my God.
You guys are gonna have a blast.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
I would like to ask about where do you see the Silat going to be in Vancouver? How is it gonna be like? Not to say sustained, but where do you see this going? The Silat.
Personally, I want to see Silat big in Vancouver. That's not just in Vancouver, but that's
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, but I got to start
With your place.
with my place. Yes, I do have hopes and dreams for Silat.
Yeah, man.
where I am. That's why I'm traveling and getting, some inspiration here and there. I'm always talking to people. What is this? Like I want to improve.
Nice.
Right? I want to improve. So that said, I made some connections online, and right now I'm making connections with. I want to get into the sports side of Silat because if you have just one side of it, it's just like, okay, well, no choice. Yeah, but if you have an option to go to do both, you know, let's say you're going to, let's for, you know, in layman's term, okay, you have a classical side,
Yeah.
because it is.
It is. Yeah.
Right.
The combat side of it.
Combat
yeah.
side of it, let's just call it
Classic.
classic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the more modern way is where it's going right now is the sports side.
Yeah.
So I think if you have a choice, I think you would attract more people. Yeah. But I gotta learn the sports side of it.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
nice.
that's my hopes and dreams for it.
Do you want to see the Silat going for not just one age, like, you know, a little bit more younger, because these young people is gonna be they're the grassroots to do more. You want to see that in the future?
I absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to see young kids
Yeah.
doing Silat.
Yeah.
Because when I was traveling to Indonesia, I see, man,
Young.
those little kids,
Yeah.
they're just like everything. Man. All the movements are crisp. You know, they're feeling the movements. Everything. It's very, very expressive with the kandang.
Oof.
You know, with the kandang, everything makes it more
Interesting.
interesting and
More-
very alive. The movement is very, very alive.
I see.
And like, you know, when we're doing, let's say we're doing we're performing a juro, right? We're practicing. Okay, well, yeah, great, that's
Yeah.
fine. But when you add an element, that kandang element to it, it's just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just the let's say the gong, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know, you like
Vibrations.
the vibration, you feel the
Yeah,
vibration,
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel alive. So all the movements are just like, let's go.
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah. oof.
How about you, Mike? Do you want to see, you know, I mean, Zack was saying you want to go to the sports sides of the Silat. So I think by doing so, there will be more, you know, younger people can, you know, join in
More people
instead of
interested in
yeah. Do you agree with that? Do you?
No, I agree with that. I think that, you know, like young people might be drawn to the sports side of things, and then when they're older, they can learn the more classical.
Yeah, it always
Because
leads
just
to
gets
that,
deeper,
right?
right?
Yeah.
It's like you don't, you know, and yeah, no, I love it. Like I'm actually very looking forward to the music. I love live music. Vancouver actually has gamelan orchestras.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because an Indonesian guy came and he, I think he was doing like a doctorate at university.
Okay.
And while he was in Vancouver, he had a lot of support for starting gamelan orchestras. And he taught Balinese and Japanese. So I think the first one was at SFU, and then later on he helped start one at UBC.
Nice.
And you know, even now that he's no longer there, you know, all his students have continued, and they allow people to come and learn.
Gamelan.
Yeah. And when they perform, it is, and you see them live, it's just
Beautiful.
amazing. So I've had the experience of having the air move and all that kind of stuff. I'm very, very interested to see that element. I'm going to do my best to try to record it when we were there.
Nice.
But like one of the things I might be interested in doing is seeing what kind of opportunities to maybe helping learn some of the martial music. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Let's go.
Talk about that
Let's
later,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Let's go, man.
That's why I really want to hear the
No,
composition.
I hope I still have it.
Ah, that's why.
We can talk that later.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
Because as I told you, my house got burned last year, right? So yeah, but we could talk. Probably I have it in somewhere. I'll see how it goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not, man? And I think I do. All my notes are burned, by the way. But I think I have it in the
In here?
yeah.
Now. Okay.
But in university, because whenever you do your final study, you need to have one copy to the library. So probably it's there. But I can talk to my ex school and see how it goes back
Oh,
there.
your degree thesis.
Yeah.
Right.
Claire, you do you wanna do this for as long as you can? Did you how passionate you in Silat, doing Silat, because you've been doing you went to the camp, you went to the program in Indonesia and all. So
Oh yeah. When I started doing all this, I was like, oh, I'll just see how it goes.
but
And
now
I will still see how it goes. Yeah, I'm really interested in it, and Zul said that the more you learn, and then you find out there's even more out there. How less, how little things you know.
yeah. Never ending, man. Learning
Yeah,
process never ending.
It's a long, lifelong process, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
When you think you know, you don't know.
Yeah, you think you know.
Whoa. That's a rap verse,
Yeah.
man. You're talking about the Hulu Balang Gallery just now. How do you guys find it? Was it
But
interesting?
you got Chris, right? Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That was a very big surprise.
Wow.
Thanks
Wow.
to
Yeah, thank you,
Zach.
Zach.
Zach, wow.
Zach, you're their favorite person now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
Now we need to think how we can ship it there, but yeah, we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll ship it there. No
Yeah.
problem.
'Cause I remember my brother from the US. He was deployed in Iraq back then. It was during the war, and he wanted to have the local parang from here, the local machetes from here, and we did send it. So it was a very long process. I think it took about 3 months to reach Iraq at that
Ah,
time.
damn.
So you went to the Iraq. They do the customs and all, but they send over to US first. So to the US, and then they do the custom there, and then send it back to Iraq, and it's clear. Yeah, but this one is easy because we're not sending to the war zone, by the way. So
Yeah.
I think it should be no problem. But probably it's gonna be by sea freight, probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
if
not by
it's-
cargo air freight, probably. So, but as long as you can reach there, well, I think it should be all good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
That's
should be
true.
good. So hopefully by that time we can get one more for Zach, so we
Yeah.
can ship all together with him.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So we are coming to our end now. It's almost 1 hour, by the way. So I think we're coming to the end of the podcast. But
Oh, come on.
you guys are going to Indonesia, right after, right? For 3 weeks.
Yes.
You've been engaging with them yearly. Are you going to the same place every year, or how it goes?
I always go to the same place, but
Adding more. Adding more.
Adding more.
Adding
but
more.
I'm all
Addicted
always
to it.
adding more. Always adding more. Oh, what is that? Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's when I see something and I say I'm coming back. Yeah, it's the movements.
The movements, yes.
The movements. I'm attracted to the movements. You don't have to say anything. I'll just follow your movements.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Would you like? I mean, yeah. People travel; they want to learn. Some people here, when you come, whoever come, they want to learn from them. More like sharing and stuff. Because when you arrive the first day in Raden Studio, mostly people wanna learn from you. But I do believe you guys want to learn from the movement here as well, and I think that is the best way to learn. Yeah, but it's to share. Yeah, probably like I saw like the Gagandila the other day when they do the movement. He went to the right, but he also went to the right, which is giving more space on the left hand for the other weapon to go in. But the first one that you thought, you go to the left one, to the left side, so you can move on to deal with no more. So these type of things that you can actually learn. So I think martial arts should be generalized as a daily practice. Specifically, especially the people that here, the Malay community, and also I think not just for self-defense, but I think for discipline themselves. Do you agree to that?
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
I agree. I mean, I've seen. I mean, haven't personally been in China, but then it's sort of like
The monk, the Shaolin Temple.
Not really a monk or Shaolin Temple. It's all the schools that actually teaches like basic martial arts. from what I've seen, from videos and from friends that are from China as well.
From very young, right?
From a young age, so they are flexible and all that. They know how to do those kicks and all that shit. So why not do it here as well? Yeah, right.
My probably this is my last questions. Have you ever stumbled upon fight, like street fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to fight all the time in the Philippines.
You're the one starting a fight, not you're the one stumbling upon a fight happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although once in Vancouver.
Was it after 10 bottles of San Miguel Light? San Miguel.
I had one incident in Vancouver.
All right.
And I will, I'll tell you an incident in Vancouver.
Okay.
So I designed a bag. That way I can easily access a stick.
Oh, okay. So it's concealable.
Yeah. So I'll just pull. That's like an exact, just easy access.
Wow.
So we did this was years ago too. We were doing after work. We went to do a demo at a park, and after that, I'm just tired. I'm beat. So
some random group.
Oh yeah. Some random group.
like a movie, right? Okay.
Oh,
This is interesting.
I got off the train,
right,
and it was already dark, and I was following this lady, and because I was already tired, I'm walking like this.
All right,
like I just want to go to bed.
right.
All right, my bag is here. I'm walking, and then all of a sudden, I noticed that I wasn't looking up. The lady just crossed.
Okay.
Right.
And my head is like, why did you cross? It's not a crosswalk. You just go straight. And then as soon as I looked up,
she was avoiding a group of.
she was
okay.
yes. So there was 3 guys in front of me. It was too late, so I just braced myself and then just made my way through.
Right.
So after, say, it was a bit of a distance.
Okay.
It was a bit of a distance. They're like, hey.
You're the one,
They're okay, hey. And I turned around and was like, oh, okay, shit.
Okay, shit.
Yeah.
It's okay,
They
man.
they want to go.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
Hold on. Let me just rewind back. The first one, what you did going through?
I just went through.
Oh, just went through.
I just braced myself.
Okay.
And went through all 3.
Okay.
Did you hit one of their shoulders or no?
Probably.
You just went through.
Yeah, I just went through.
Okay.
Yeah, just walked by like nothing happened.
And
Yeah.
okay.
And then, it was a bit of a distance, and they just...
But they remembered.
They said, hey.
Oh.
Okay. And I was like, sometimes when I'm tired, I just like, anything could just trigger me. Like, what'd you say?
Yeah. Okay.
What'd you say to me?
What'd you say?
Did you just say?
So I turned around.
Sorry.
There was 3 of them, and I have my button, so the stick would just fall.
Wow.
And I'm looking at them, and the guy was like this. He was gonna pull something out.
Oh, that's a
And
gun
I'm
or something.
looking.
Wow. Okay.
Well, if you're gonna start something, you better start now, or I'm coming at you.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, let's
And
go.
I look, and you want to go? Just try and pull. I'm like,
There's no gun.
You don't have anything.
Okay.
So I just,
Walked off.
yeah,
So no fight.
no fight,
Oh,
no fight. But
You can tell, no problem. Man. This is no Canadian authorities gonna listen to our podcast.
but no, it's just one of those things where, just because.
Something silly.
No. It's not. It's
Okay.
not that. It's not that. Just because you have training, it doesn't mean that you're going to
Yeah,
apply.
have a
I
fight.
think if more than anything, I think the training helps you to avoid fight.
The discipline part of it, I guess.
The discipline part of it is doing your strikes. I
Right.
think that's the discipline part.
Yeah,
of it.
okay.
Okay.
But the control part of knowing that if I do this to you, okay,
You.
if I hurt you because I know I can,
Uh-huh.
okay,
That's gonna be trouble, man.
You're gonna be into trouble. You know, people will say, okay, well,
Okay.
yeah,
He started first,
He started
yeah.
first, this and that, and then later on they'll find out, oh well, you're a martial artist. You could have used some control instead of
yeah.
breaking their neck or breaking.
Wow.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
It could
Wow.
easily be turned around. And next thing you know, you're the one being charged.
Wow, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
another way to look at it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Just because you have training doesn't mean
All right.
go right ahead and use it.
The responsibilities.
There are.
How about you, Claire? Have you stumbled upon
responsibilities.
any fight, a street fight or so? Or people like
Did you start a
hey,
fight?"
girl, hey girl,
Come here, girl. Sup, girl? Where you going?
Have you defend yourself? This is the better question, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, 1 year, Christmas time,
Oh,
I
alcohol related now.
no,
I'm so
not
sorry.
at all. It was more like crowd rage.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's very busy, and I somehow end up in the mall.
Okay.
And
Somehow.
yes,
Somehow bought some few
if I was
stuff.
smart enough, I would avoid it. It's like too many people there.
Okay.
All right.
So I was walking behind this couple, or it was a friend of mine, and we were walking, and then there are people behind us and push us, and then so we're close to each other, closer than we have wished. And then the girl in front of me was not happy, tried to back elbow me. I was like, I can't. Oh, and I had a burger in my hand.
Oh.
That can be a weapon.
I was like, well, really? So I just stopped her, but I guess she noticed and talked to her boyfriend, husband, and then he turned around and then tried to be more aggressive and confronted my friend to a guy. And it's like, okay, my friend does not do any martial arts, so I had to say,
So what did you do?
no, I just open hand and pushed him on his throat, and so he backed off.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, there was no fight.
Yeah.
I was really worried that if I have to put him down,
Oh. Wow.
then it would not be good. First, they got this floor that's granite.
Oh
A granite
yeah.
floor.
Secondly, there were too many people.
Right.
It's gonna be a show.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
A show of World of Pain.
Yeah.
That's it. And going back to just because you have training, like for example, going through the throat. You do that 10,000 times. If that's your instinct,
Yep.
Yeah.
It will.
then it'll go.
It will go.
It'll go.
It will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go.
Wow.
Like it's second nature.
Like it's second nature. Yeah. That's what training is all
Yeah.
about. Is you're training your body to react. A
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
way.
I understand.
But
Yeah.
there's also training that not to actually hit the person, just how you practice with your partner, right?
Yeah.
Control yourself and then know you're practicing the move, but not actually hurting each other.
Yeah, man.
Did your burger get hurt though?
No, I managed to finish. I was glad that we did not have to continue anything, and I get to finish my burger.
Oh, good balance. By the way.
Good
Good
stuff.
grab and good balance.
It was firm
Good
yet
grip,
gentle.
good grip.
That grip was firm
Yeah.
yet
See?
gentle.
See?
The image I have in my head it was that Claire was holding that burger and then
Choking on
the other hand was choking. The other guy was like, "Wow, that's something."
I was just gently stopping him.
I see.
Okay.
That's gentle for her.
Yeah, I know.
A hand through the throat.
That's gentle. Oh my god.
How about you, Mike? Have you ever stumbled over any fight before?
No, I don't think I've had a fight since I was in grade 7.
Wow.
Oh.
Let me think about that. Yeah, I mean, I think I tend to walk away from fights.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the best way, by the way.
I would talk about for myself. I'm really not an aggressive person, but I know my aggressive side can come out when I'm with people,
Whoa.
because then I feel protected.
Yep.
If I'm by myself, like I it's just like do whatever I can to avoid
Yeah,
anything. But
yeah.
if I'm with someone, you know, and then like I thought I was pretty aggressive if say someone I was with was being threatened. And then after I had a daughter, I realized that if someone ever threatened my daughter, I would kill them.
Yeah.
So and I was like, okay, I should probably stick to my thing and recognize that yes, I can be aggressive. When I feel protective. But you know, in Canada, is we have very strict laws. So it's like you have to. The moment you go too far, like you're allowed to defend yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But once the threat is done, if you continue, now you're
the one who giving threat there.
So it's so not just legally, but responsibly.
Yeah.
That's a good way to go.
Wow.
But there's a line that's not supposed to be crossed. And
Well, oh man.
Man,
Wow,
I got
we've
so
come to the end of the podcast. By the way, I just want to say, thank you to Zach, Claire, and Mike for coming over. And it's been a pleasure to have you guys. We are so honored to have you guys, and it's a blessing in disguise. The social media connect us on this. Hopefully, we're gonna see you guys next year. Hopefully, when we can arrange more ground, more try to connect you. Probably in Tawa, probably Silat in Tawa with Acho. We can ask. It's the other side of Sabah, by the way. Because it's very big. 10 hours drive from here and stuff.
Yeah.
And. I'm just glad. I'm just very blessed to have known you guys, and thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Thank you for
very much.
having us.
Yes.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Ken.
Awesome. And personally, from myself, nice knowing you guys. It's been fun bringing you guys just for a while around and talk about ghost stories and stuff. I hope to see you guys more.
You don't prolong this no more.
I know.
We can talk off-cast.
I know. I will not. We'll just talk about it off-cast, but it's fun. It's been fun.
Yeah,
I
man.
hope we can meet again and do more. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Yeah, and next time let me be your guide around Sabah. I would love to do
go
that.
during the school break, right?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of things to see.
There's a lot of things. We haven't go to Mount Kinabalu yet. Kundasang,
Yeah, we'll do one.
Yeah, for sure.
Climb it, man. Let's go.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
So, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
I hope again if you got rezeki, kesempatan, and the time and the will.
Yeah.
Probably, of course, we have the will, but
Yes, God's will.
God's will to go there and see you guys and visit you guys there. It would be nice, man. Right?
I'd love to go.
Yeah.
Vancouver, man.
Yeah, Vancouver, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Stop by Toronto and find Drake or something.
There you go.
No, not Drake. Ryan Reynolds.
You hate Drake, right? Hating on Drake.
I think everybody. No, I love the music, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But
OVO for life, man.
so thank you very much, guys. Alright, that's the end of the podcast. Of course, podcast ini dibawakan kepada anda the podcast nomor 1 di Sabah, Kinabalu Podcast.
Yeah, this is
Carry on.
Kenali Sabah dari sudut yang berbeza melalui audio konten kami di Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube dan seluruh podcast platform.
It's actually 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
I know.
Untuk pengiklanan produk dan perkhidmatan anda, email kami di kinabalupodcast@gmail.com dan
follow all our social media on Instagram, TikTok, and Kinabalu Podcast Official today.
Yep. Follow Mandala Zack on Instagram or TikTok and everywhere. You can follow them at their IGs and social media as well.
If you can find them.
Yeah, if you love Silat, you should follow them because they are so passionate and you should be passionate too what we're doing.
Yep. Get into it, guys.
Yep. Sampai di sini saja. Until then, I'm Ricardo.
And I'm Kenny.
I'm Zack.
I'm Zach.
Yeah. Claire.
Michael.
Yeah, kami dari Kinabalu Podcast, the number 1 podcast in Sabah. Ciao, Jin, ciao.
Ciao, Bella, ciao.
Hi everyone, I'm Boss James. You are listening to Kinabalu Podcast, number 1 podcast in Sabah.